we are given with the problem, a pizza delivery area can be represented by a circle and extends to the point 0, 18 and negative 6, 8, with which when connected serves as the diameter of a circle. Write an equation of the circle that models this pizza delivery. So first, you have to know what is being asked. So in the problem, you are asked of the equation. Recalling writing equations, so let's say we are to write the standard form of equation, we need two essential parts. So we have to know the coordinate of the center and the length of your radius. So these are the two elements needed to write the standard form of equation. And then you go back to the problem. What are the given conditions? What are the given parts? So in the problem, you are given 2 points. Those 2 points serves as the end point of your diameter. Okay? Diameter, which is also an essential part of the circle. So let's say we have a circle. Your diameter is the line that passes through the center. Okay? And the endpoints of that diameter is on the circle. Any 2 points on the circle, when connected, provided that it passes through the center, that will be your diameter. So let's say, in your problem, this is point 1 and then this is point 2. Okay? So, we cannot write the standard form of equation because we don't have the center yet or the radius. All we have is the diameter. Balik tayo dun sa relationship ng radius, diameter, and center. So again, the diameter passes through the center. It consists of 2 points on the circle. So technically, to get the center, that is also the midpoint of this line. Okay? Since from the center going to any point, they have the same length, meaning the diameter contains the center in the middle. So we can use the midpoint formula to solve for the center using the points of the diameter. So we have negative 6, 8 and 0, 18 as our points. And then the midpoint formula is given with, to get the x-coordinate, we have x sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2. And then same with y-coordinate, we have y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2. Okay? So, to get the x-coordinate or to get the midpoint of these 2 points, we substitute x sub 1, we have negative 6 plus 0 divided by 2. And then we get the answer, negative 3 here. Since negative 6 plus 0 is negative 6 divided by 2, that is negative 3. This is now the x-coordinate. To get the y-coordinate, still from the points, we have 8 plus 18 divided by 2. And then 8 plus 18 is 26. Divided by 2, we get positive 13. So based on these 2 points, our center now has the coordinate negative 3, 13. Again, that is because these 2 points are the endpoints of your diameter. The diameter contains the circle, the center at the midpoint. So, solving the midpoint of the 2 points gives you the coordinate of the center. So, we have 1 check. We're done with this. Now, walang sinabi sa problem na length. Okay? Ang sinabi lang ay points of the diameter. Recall ulit natin. The diameter, aside from it passes through the center, its relationship to the radius is the diameter is twice the radius, or the radius is half of the diameter. We all know that the radius is from the center going to any point. So this is a radius. This is also a radius. Okay? So we can have 2 options to get the length of your radius. It's either you get the length of the diameter and then you divide it by 2. Okay? Or you get the distance or the length from this point going to any point. That is also the radius. So, to get the length, you can use the distance formula, which is d is equal to the square root of x sub 1 minus x sub 2 quantity squared plus y sub 1 minus y sub 2 quantity squared. Okay? So, let's say we are going to use the first option. We use the center and 1 point. So, let's say we have negative 3 and 13 and a point negative 6, 8. Okay? So, technically, from the center going to any point, that is the radius agad. So, using the distance formula, we will get the length of the radius. Substitute x and y. So, we have x sub 1, we have negative 3, minus x sub 2, which is negative 6, and then quantity squared, plus y sub 1, which is 13, minus 8 quantity squared. So, we have negative 3 minus 6 is the same as negative 3 plus 6. So, that is positive 3 quantity squared. And then, positive 13 minus 8 is 5. So, we have 5 squared. 3 squared is equal to 9. And 5 squared is equal to 25. And then, the sum of 9 and 25 is 34. Still, we have square root. So, square root of 34 is equal to 5.83. Okay? So, square root of 34 is approximately between 5 and 6. In decimal form, that is equal to 5.83. This is now the length or the value of your radius, since this is the distance from the center to 1 point on the circle. So, if ever you're uncertain, baka mali yung compute ko sa midpoint, we can try another option. You can use what is really given in the problem. So, we'll be using these 2 points. We'll be solving for the diameter. So, we have negative 6, 8, and 0, 18. We will get the distance of those 2 points to get the length of your diameter. So, distance is equal to, same formula, x sub 1 minus x sub 2 quantity squared plus y sub 1 minus y sub 2 quantity squared. Okay? So, this is for the diameter. Substituting the points, we have negative 6 minus 0 quantity squared plus 8 minus 18 quantity squared. So, negative 6 minus 0 is negative 6. So, we have negative 6 squared. 8 minus 18 is negative 10. So, we have plus negative 10 squared. Negative 6 squared is 36. Negative 10 squared is 100. So, we have 36 plus 100. That results to 136. 136, the square root of that is approximately between 11 and 12. In decimal form, that is 11.66. Okay? So, if you divide this by 2, that will still result to 5.83. Bakit po tayo magdi-divide? Because this is for the diameter. Okay? This is for the diameter. And to get the radius ang hinahanap natin, you will divide 11.66 by 2. As you can see, that will still result to 5.83. Okay? So, that means both solutions are correct. We now have the coordinate of the center at negative 313 and the value or the length of the radius at 5.83. So, we can now form the standard form of equation. So, using the center, we have x plus 3, since it's negative 3 here, quantity squared, plus y minus 13 quantity squared is equal to square of the radius, which is 33.99. Okay? So, we have x plus 3 quantity squared plus y minus 13 quantity squared is equal to 5.83 squared, which is equal to 33.99. This is now the standard form of equation that represents the delivery area. Okay, so to answer the problem, the pizza delivery area is represented by the equation x plus 3 quantity squared plus y, tama. X plus 3 quantity squared plus y minus 13 quantity squared is equal to 33.99. That is your final answer. Quick recap. First, read the problem as many as you can, kung ano yung kailangan. Identify what is asked. Identify the essential parts in the problem. Connect. Okay, analyze. And then, you can utilize different options in solving. Hindi naman siya limited in one solution only. There are a lot of solutions that is possible. Okay? So, in the problem that we have, we only need to get the center and the radius to form the standard form of equation. Okay? And then, after the solution, if you contemplated na, this is congruent to what is given, you can answer the problem. You must answer the problem in a sentence form. Okay? Since this is problem solving, you will answer in sentence form. So, this is the solution for the problem number 3.